Very clever. Very clever. Okay, one more over there.
Okay.
Lovely. Go on then, one more.
Shiver me timbers.
Perfect, that's exactly what I was looking for. Now, often we think pirates did say things like shiver me timbers, I'll put a curse on your scurvy head, etc. Do you think they actually said that kind of thing?
No.
No. Can anybody guess why?
Because they'll probably start fighting each other.
Well, yes, but also because they were real potty mouths. Pirates swore all the time. And so there's no way that movie writers or writers like Robert Louis Stevenson and Treasure Island could put their words in the books. It would be completely unreadable. So, over the time, writers and script writers have made up colourful phrases and pretend swear words. So it sounds like they sound something bad, but they're not. Now, English teachers, fingers in your ears, we're going to learn how to talk like a pirate. Okay. Gesture with your hands frequently. So this business, okay? Be sure to punctuate everything with R. Let's all hear you. R. Lovely. Never use you or your. That's too posh. Instead, you've got to use yer and ya. So repeat after me. Yer, a scurvy bilge-rat.
Yer, a scurvy bilge-rat.
That's so good. Ya, a mangy cockroach.
Ya, a mangy cockroach.
You're very good pirates. You have to exaggerate at will. So you don't just say, I saw a whale off the starboard. You say, I saw a great big sea beastie off the starboard. Replace me for my, replace me for my. So instead of look at my new sword, what would you say?
Me sword.
Yeah, very good. Mutter a lot, yell a lot. And also, you are not shy violet. You're tall and brave and strong. I'd all like to hear you say, hoist the Jolly Roger.
Hoist the Jolly Roger.
I've got a good crew here today. Okay, a bit about piracy. Piracy is as old as the history of sailing itself, and unfortunately does still exist in poor, lawless countries of the world, like Somalia, Southeast Asia, South America. But the pirates I'm going to be talking about today, and are mostly written about, are from an era of time called the Golden Age of Piracy, which was between 1650 and 1730. Now, at this time, the Royal Navy hadn't reformed into the dignified force it later became, and actually it was pretty rubbish working for the Navy at this time. If you were a sailor, you were often pressed or forced into service. You were taken from the docks or taverns where you lived and basically taken to what was essentially a floating wooden hell. Now, all you boys sitting there today, every one of you could be taken to sea for life, never to see your friends and family again. Wouldn't that have been awful? And I tell you, it was awful on those ships. You know, they were half-starved, conditions were cramped. If they slacked off, they were whipped with a cat-o'-nine tail. Does anybody know what that is?
It's like a whip.
Exactly, with 9 nasty thongs. So it would have really, really stung. What were you going to say? Yeah, they would have bled, and sometimes they put little hooks or knots in them to make it really bad. Yeah. But get this, if they did it again, they were just thrown off the ship. And they were cheated out of their wages too, quite a lot.
And my friend Giles wrote the words, and I did the pictures. And he's really disgusting. Raise your hand if you know what manky means. Do you know what manky means? What's manky mean? Really horrid. So I'm going to read you a really horrid story. And actually, I'm really curious because I haven't done this very often. So if you raise your hand and tell me which page is your favorite at the end, or actually, if you see a page you think it's your favorite, raise your hand. And if you change your mind, just go like that. So your absolute favorite page. Morris the Mankiest Monster lives in a house made of dung. Anybody know what dung is? It only smells stinky enough when it's damp, so he keeps the walls wet with his tongue. He sleeps in a bed of old compost, shoveled on lovely and thick. When he gets up, he goes into the bathroom and gives all his scabs a good pick. His cheeks are encrusted with pustules, which dribble like hot melted cheese. Warm yellow wax oozes out of his ears, and his eyebrows are riddled with fleas. His forehead's all clammy and sticky. His breath reeks of rotten fish paste. You have bad breath this morning. Bad breath? Check real quick. And goodness knows what he collects in the creases and great folds of fat around his waist. Some spiders and things. If you look under his armpits, you're bound to find loads of dead bugs. He munches and crunches them in between meals, and then flosses his teeth with fresh slugs. He feeds off the snotty green bogies that look at his big hairy nose. And sometimes he nibbles the poisonous mold, which he scrapes off the end of his toes. Yeah, this is his kitchen. Do any of you raise your hand if your kitchen is this dirty? He washes this down with cold snail slime collected from underneath rocks. But just to make sure that it's tasty enough, Morris filters it first through his socks. It's years since he last changed his t-shirt. It's crusty and crawling with ants. His shoes are all slurpy and squelchy inside, and potatoes grow out of his pants. His fingernails badly need cutting. They're terribly grimy and black. See everyone's fingernails? Anybody got black fingernails? No, don't look pretty clean. He uses them daily to scratch at his warts and to squish the big boils on his back. If Morris starts feeling too tidy, he always knows just what to do. He has a long bath in the sewage canal, and then washes his hair in the loo. You may think he's foul and disgusting, but really, in spite of all this, there's nothing he loves more than making new friends. So he's coming to give you a kiss! Raise your hand if you'd like to be kissed by Morris.
Hey!